chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What?
Can McCaffrey do it again? It's the coach. This is the
coach. We find ourselves coming up. We've got what should prove to be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Denver Broncos. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. The man in charge for this crew, the 6'1" quarterback from the University of Houston. It's the veteran Case Keenum.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Underneath, this is Bernard. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elected first
quarter, like you said, to set the tone. Can't connect there.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
No, check. Patriots!
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short game.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end.
It's off to his running back, McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's always a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down, went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you're break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him. One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. A look now at the lineup defensively for Chicago. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Keenum now to throw. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
As the offense takes the field, we zero in on Lamar Jackson. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the format?
Back there, Philly, here we go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for loss.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Jackson on second down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Brandon, this is a good spot in the field to go for it. A lot of coaches call this no man's land. A field goal is no sure thing, and neither is a punt. They made the right choice, went for it, and picked up the first down.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
All right, now look at 56.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he's got room. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs at the
Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Darius Stewart now on the return. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Michael Crabtree, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. As the offense takes the field, we zero in. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball,
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he's going to go down again. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Fielded in the 33. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. Time to discuss Michael Crabtree. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
He'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now it's Keenum. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Michael Bannon in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Jackson now off the bootleg. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Watch it now, Barney.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Jackson forced out to his left. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now Jackson on first down, and that is incomplete here. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with them. He gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
They kept him to it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Broncos in their hurry up, try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Here's Keenum, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. T.J. Watt in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Throwing on third down, Keenum. They find some open field here. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big gain of 31 on third down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing on first down is Keenum. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now they got to get to the line quickly. movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start, offense.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Out of the gun, Keenum. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception. And
taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Nelson Aguilar as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before half for Keenum. He's going to float this one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's John. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Torlolo. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A right side catch by Crabtree. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. There, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Bernard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Again, here's Bernard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Will Tye, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Well, they sucked the defense in with a play fake, went over the top.
And I know from past experience, when offenses do that, a lot of times the defense guys are screaming at them, run the ball, run the ball. The offense doesn't really care. They got 6 points.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On third down, Jackson. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And a tackle there by Chris Long.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Long in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
That just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. And Denver getting set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run. Versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the red zone now, Keenum. He drops it off for Bernard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. From the gun, here's Keenum. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Now it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Throwing is Jackson. Rolling to his left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now it's Jackson, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground. They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Keenum. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They go play action here on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that. That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Throwing now is Keenum. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Giovanni Bernard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times until we sat in meetings with coaches and they used the term complementary football. Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Ryan Smith right there defensively.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Wide open receiver complete. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. And sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free. First guy, hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Jackson now. Buying time to his left. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
He'll buy some time right to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And this one is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Bernard, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Keenum. Ertz over the middle. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. That goes for a gain of 31. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
To throw on second down is Keenum. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Keenum on third down. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. To his knee goes Keenum, and that should be the ball game. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Turf, they were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Broncos, it's an important win for their playoff hopes.